Welcome to Rushmore as we have the Mount Rushmore Legends. The Detroit Lions were such a bad franchise that the NFL decided to take them out as a whole, make their coaches unemployed and their players free agents as they replace them with the Mount Rushmore Legends. Let's introduce you to the roster. At quarterback, we have rookie J.P. Riley. Good throw accuracy, decent arm strength and speed, okay stamina. Then going into the running back position, we have Ricky Jansen. Okay catching, good strength, and he'll have some of the best speed in the league, and then stamina will be a problem. Then we have Quez Connor at the tight end position. Bad catching, decent strength, okay speed, and okay stamina. Then at the wide receiver position, we have Milton Smith Jr. with some pretty good catching. It'll get better a little bit. Then some decent strength that will get better as he goes on through his career. Speed that can go to the max in a couple of years. And then the stamina is okay at the moment. And then we have Kamoko Leggett. Still at the wide receiver position, bad catching and strength, okay speed and stamina. Going into the defensive side of the ball, we have defensive lineman Julian Herbig. Bad tackling, good strength, okay speed, and horrible stamina. Then going into the defensive back position, we have Tress Urban. Bad tackling, bad strength, okay speed, and okay stamina. And then one of our best positions yet, the kicker. He'll be able to have max kick accuracy and range, and he'll have pretty good speed and stamina. So that is the Mount Rushmore Legends, as unfortunately my first recording got messed up and it wouldn't allow me to edit it, so I decided not to do it. So since I missed the game for the last recording, I'll give you guys another one. And I was planning on doing 3 games already, so I'll do 4 games total, as the first one is against the Chicago Bears. This is an extreme difficulty, but we will be able to get the ball first. And on 1st and 10, going to be thrown over the middle to Ricky Jansen. Ricky Jansen, 15 yards down to the 39-yard line. Now blitz coming, but the throw won't be good. Kamoko Leggett for 14 yards, moving the chains early on for the Mount Rushmore offense. Ricky Jansen swallowed up after 2 yards, making it 2nd and 8. Another give to the outside. Ricky's only going to be able to get 3. Now 3rd and 6. And it will be a 4th and 10. What will they do here? Will they decide to try a big field goal? I guess we gotta go for it because the field goal would not work. Gotta look for the wide receiver intercepted. And the Bears will get the first turnover of the game and the first score of the game. So now we give it to Ricky Jansen a yard. This defense is going to be difficult. Thrown to the running back, incomplete as well. Now looking over the middle, J.P. Riley will be able to get it to Ricky Jansen for the huge first down on a 3rd and 9. Now a screen for 9 yards to Kamoko Leggett. Now a give to the running back, Ricky Jansen, as he's going to be able to break a tackle and get 9 yards. What a play there, as we'll be able to see the replay, the stiff arm, and he gave him a little bit of a thumbs up, as that will be a huge play for the Mount Rushmore Legends. Now on first down, another screen to the wide receiver, so we'll be able to get 5 yards before going out of bounds. And I just messed up another screen, and now on 3rd and 5, the Legends are going to run it, and it's not going to work. But they know they're going to have to go for it on 4th down. And a throw over the middle, Ricky Jansen with a diving catch off his own bobble. And now a scramble. Riley going to be able to get 6 yards on the play. With 1 minute remaining in the first half, a nice throw on the corner route and out of bounds to Kamoko Leggett. Leggett going to get it again for 4 yards, making it 2nd and 6. Now they're waiting to throw over the middle, incomplete. Now on 3rd and 6, looking for a pass, won't be able to find one, decides to scramble. Won't be able to get 5 yards, but that will be all. 4th and inches. I will choose to take the 4th down attempt, as that will be good. 2 yards up to the 14. Now with 30 seconds on the clock, a 6-yard screen and out of bounds. Give to the running back, Ricky. Ricky won't be able to get too much. Is now a 3rd down with 20 seconds on the clock. Quarterback looking to throw over the middle, caught Kamoko Leggett for the Mount Rushmore Legends' first ever touchdown, which is kind of sad. We lost 28-6 against Tampa Bay the week before, and both scores were field goals. And now we have a 7-6 lead against Chicago, as they'll get it back and score in the start of the second half. And a fumble by Ricky Jansen, already down, and the Bears will score again. Now the Legends, a failed screen, and they're going to trust Ricky Jansen again, and this time he won't fumble. Throwing the game away. And now J.P. Riley going to do a little running of his own for 4 yards. Now it's going to be 4th and 8, and at this point they really need these first downs. Throw over the middle to Quez Connor, and he's going to dive so he can't fumble. Now at midfield, they need something big here, and they need a stop on defense. As an incomplete pass is probably not what they were looking for. Looking for Quez Connor, as he won't be able to catch the ball. Now to Milton Smith Jr. as he fumbles it too. And that should end the game. They'll look for Kamoko Leggett. And a last-ditch effort will not help them. It's just sad. We are the new Lions. Milton Smith Jr. Nice little play. Let's see how close he gets this. He almost made that. Oh my, that would have been insane. Well, yeah. Not too good of a game there. As now we face New Orleans. I want to get New Orleans 2-0 and we're 0-2. Let's try to break. And they're trying to trade with us before the game. Anyone's good at the moment. Especially for our defense. He's a nice add-on right before the game. That's kind of a bonehead move, giving our defense another player right before the game. Don't know what their plan was. When is our next... Okay, next week is our next home game. So Ricky Jansen playing some retro ball. Hopefully his team's doing better than ours right now. So we have a new defensive back, but that won't stop New Orleans from scoring on their first possession. Now a throw, and that's gonna be incomplete. His blitz coming, JP Riley scrambling once again, something we're used to after that first game. 5 yards on the play. And he's going to overthrow Milton Smith Jr. We're going to go for it. That was a mistake. And New Orleans will score after the failed 4th down conversion as Ricky Jansen for 6 yards. As the first quarter is about to end. Throw over the middle to Milton Smith Jr. MSJ as he's going to get a screen on the last play of the first quarter for 7 yards, making it a 2nd and 3. Now looking for someone caught over the middle, 7 yards. And Leggett going to get a screen of his own, 6 yards on the play. Gonna give it to Ricky, and Ricky's not going to get anything. Now looking at the slant to Milton Smith as Milton Smith Jr. 18 yards and a first down to the 25. So he's looking for Quez Connor on the out route, and that will be open, making it 2nd and 2 after a gain of 8. I give to Ricky Jansen. Jansen's going to be able to get it down 7 yards down to around the 10-yard line. As now JP Riley over the middle, going to be caught. Touchdown Milton Smith Jr. Huge play there to boost the confidence of the Mount Rushmore legends. So look at that one more time. Beautiful floater. And Milton Smith getting the catch and running in. Defense at his heels. And right down the middle. As New Orleans gets a field goal right before half. That was a mistake. 1 second remaining. They're going to be sending a lot of people here. Milton Smith Jr. won't be able to break a tackle, but 19 yards, a little bit of a stat pat. As we'll be able to get the ball first to start the second half. So Ricky Jansen going to start out the second half bang down to the 36-yard line. 15-yard running play there. Huge first down for the Mount Rushmore legends as they look to get back in the game. Quez Connor will be able to catch it and get hit out of bounds. Now JP Riley gonna look over the middle. Incomplete. A dangerous throw could have been intercepted or caught. And 5 yards wasn't enough. The officials aren't going to say so, but on 4th and inches, they're going to give it to Ricky Jansen, and Jansen's going to be able to get the first down. Now JP Riley notices the blitz He's gonna run it. And he's going to be able to get 7 yards on the play. And now J.P. Riley looking over the middle, incomplete, making it 3rd and 3 as they give it to Ricky Jansen. Jansen just a yard in front of the sticks, making it a 1st down. Huge play for the Mount Rushmore Legends. And Milton Smith Jr. on the screen for 6 yards and a huge play for them, getting into field goal range. J.P. Riley over the middle, dangerous pass caught by Milton Smith Jr. and a 1st down, now in the 25-yard line. Looking over the middle, caught by Ricky Jansen as he's going to be able to get 12 yards and into the red zone. As now another give to Ricky. So he'll be able to get 3 yards, making it 2nd and 7. Blitz coming. J.P. Riley scrambling. So he'll be able to get 6 yards, making it 3rd and 1 as we go into the 4th quarter. And now, huge play here. Leggett will be able to catch the touchdown to start off the 4th quarter. And now to make it a 3-point game, it's up and good. And we got a stop for the first time in franchise history. And what a big one it is. Maybe New Orleans made a huge mistake. Maybe not. Will they be able to win the game? As it's a give to the outside. Ricky Jansen, 6 yards, making it 2nd and 4. Jansen not risking getting hit behind the line or even fumbling. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to keep giving it to him. If it works, they're not going to stop. But they gotta be careful. He's fumbled away the game before. You're looking for anything that'll work. Audible at the line of scrimmage. And a huge throw that will be caught. And he'll dive after getting the huge 1st down for the Mount Rushmore Legends. Now another give to Ricky. Ricky going to dive after 2. As now, huge play here on 2nd and 8. Throw over the middle, caught by Leggett. And Tomoko Leggett, 12 yards as clock continues to run. Mount Rushmore needing 1 touchdown, and that could put the game away, as they might stall out here. Not what you want to see if you're a Mount Rushmore fan. Throwing complete. 4 seconds on the clock. This is do or die. If it's not a catch, it's game. Game on the line. Throws up, it's complete. Leggett with the game winning touchdown. And the cherry on top, extra point right through the middle. And Mount Rushmore will be able to get their first win in franchise history. As New Orleans might have made a big mistake with the trade that happened right before the game started. As now we go back home. David Morris might have been one of the biggest helping factors in this pretty young team. He's going to have to be the locker room leader at 26 years old. 5 years older than every other player on the team. As now, linebacker Montez Quavon. I don't even know how to say that name. Kuhl is a free agent looking for a team. He arrives at the Mount Rushmore training facility for an assessment, and he's toxic. I don't care. Get out. We're going to meet the owner. We need the money. And now the first time you will see us at home in our home unis against 0-3 Atlanta. Can we get the win in week 4? Give to the outside for Ricky. Ricky's going to be able to get 4 yards down to the 41. And we have great starting field position to start off week 4. Is 10 yards on the play down to the 50. Can we make a good drive with the field position we have? Ricky Jansen with 11 yards on the play. Now, on 1st and 10. Looking short to the running back, Ricky, once again, as he'll be able to get 10 yards. Enough to make it 2nd and inches, as now J.P. Riley throw to the outside, and butterfingers from Quez Connor once again. I think in the draft, one of the biggest things we can find is a new tight end. So he could, not a blocking tight end, we need like a receiving tight end. Because Quez Connor is simply not going to do. He has a chance to get a touchdown, and he will, as Mount Rushmore will go up 7-0. As Atlanta from the 22, a throw over the middle, and Morris won't be able to hang on, as now they tie it up 7-7 as we go into the 2nd quarter. Caught on the outside and a 1st down. Ricky Jansen. Again, we're going to start diving. We're not letting him get tackled now. We're going to dive more than a quarterback with our running back. Maybe our whole team at this point. So many games lost. Well, at least for our... I mean, a single game lost to a fumble is enough to call it many. But 2 is too many. Going to try to get it to Quez Connor, as he'll be able to get it down to around midfield as we use our first timeout. 1 remaining in the half. So we're going to try to get into field goal range. We won't even start with the football. This is not good. We can try to do... No, that... I tried to screen, that didn't work, and now they're going to have a huge lead. This one worked. Now on 2nd and 5, over the middle. Tip, caught! Quez Connor! What a play there. Can we see a replay? No. That went from all the way from the 1st down marker, got tipped all the way back to the line of scrimmage where Quez Connor took it 7 yards. Player of the game. We'll give him a game ball if we win this game. Which is kinda insane. I was just talking about his catching, and he makes the biggest catch of the season. And a throw over the middle, caught by Leggett. Leggett's going to make it down to the 19-yard line. 19 yards on the play. Is now a give to the running back. Ricky is Jansen will be able to get it up 8 yards to make it a 2nd and 2. It's now looking over the middle, caught Milton Smith Jr. and Milton Smith Jr. for the touchdown. going for two to make it a little bit closer of a game. It's going to be called by Milton Smith Jr. Who else? And that's really unfortunate. We can make it a 3-point game if we hustle. Oh my gosh. We need to get out of bounds and they're pressing. I am the okay. We gotta try to get something out of bounds. Get out, get out, get out. Like a last-ditch effort. We would have to get an onside kick. I think our best chance would be take the field goal here and see if we can get a touchdown from an onside. That'll be good from 49. So now we gotta hope and pray the onside will be recovered by us. As it won't be, and that will be game 26-18. Oh, almost dropped my phone. As Atlanta will be able to pick up their first win as we go to last in the division. Defend him. He made one bad play that I saw. And now we're getting all the level ups. We need more strength from JP. Now from Ricky Jansen, you know what it's going to be. That catching has been awful. And now I think we're going to improve on the kicking range, even though that last field goal was pretty good for a rookie kicker. Soon, hopefully, he'll be a new Justin Tucker breaking records. But we play Buffalo at home, as we hope to be able to win this game. In week 5, we have the perfect morale right now. As Chicago 4-0, Green Bay 3-1. Let's look at the playoffs right now. It'll take a second. Take a long second. But in the NFC, we have Dallas leading the division leaders 4-0. Seattle in second 4-0. Chicago 4-0. Tampa Bay 3-1 at the bottom of the division leaders. Going into the wild card of the NFC, we have 3-1 Los Angeles, the Rams, the Hams as I like to call them. Green Bay 3-1. And then finally, to round out the wild card, we have the New York Giants 2-1-1. And in the hunt for the NFC, we have NFC West team San Francisco. We have the NFC North in our division rivals Minnesota. And then finally we have New Orleans, who's been on a 2-game losing streak after we beat them for our only win. And then on the other side of the football conferences, we have the AFC. Who leads the division leaders is Buffalo, followed by Cleveland. That's the two 4-0 teams. Then going down to the AFC South, we have 3-1 Tennessee. And then going west to the AFC West, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. In the wild card, we have the 4-0 Miami Dolphins, 3-1 New England Patriots, and the 2-2 Denver Broncos. That AFC East is looking insane right now. 3 teams in the playoffs. But then we have the hunt for an AFC playoff picture spot. Jacksonville at 2-2, Los Angeles Chargers at 2-2, and the Kansas City Chiefs again at 2-2. as we sit at the bottom of the NFC North at 1-3. Carolina, Arizona, Philadelphia, and Washington are the only teams with a worse record right now. And that's kind of sad. Well, Arizona is kind of unpredicted. But let's try to win at home against the Buffalo Bills, who are 4-0 and leading their division. Let's go in the color. Let's go alternate to see how it looks in a game. As we have a yellow out in Mount Rushmore inside, because it's in South Dakota. It's probably going to be cold right now, as these alternate unis don't look too bad. I kind of like them. But to start out the game, we have Ricky Jansen with 3 yards. Buffalo already has 7 points, so we get to try to come back early on. It's J.P. Riley showing off the legs once again, as he'll make it 3rd and 1. As now he's looking for a comeback route, and that will be just some good defense there. Is J.P. Riley going to be under pressure on the 4th down conversion, as he'll be able to slide down after 6 yards? Probably what he averages this season on scrambles. But now at the 45-yard line, he's going to look to pass. No one really open, throws it over the middle anyway, almost intercepted, and it will fall into the ground. So this time they'll give it to Ricky Jansen, who's going to be tugged out of bounds after 5. Now on 3rd and 5. Over the middle will be caught. No one was even by him. Kamoko, leg it. Maybe he should have been a kicker. So now, deep ball to Quez Connor. Caught for 19 and a 1st down. And now on a screen, just overthrown. And give to Ricky once again, as he'll be able to get 5 yards. Holding on to that ball a little better now. 3rd and 5 once again. And caught over the middle, 9 yards. Milton Smith Jr. As that was something else. Now on 2nd and goal, going to look for the end zone. Touchdown, Milton Smith Jr. on the 1st touchdown of the game, with 1:15 left to go in the half. Now a good PAT, and Buffalo will be able to score as well, but won't be able to get the PAT. 23 seconds left on the clock. Mount Rushmore really wanting a score here. And a huge 5-yard completion, and then out of bounds. So now, going to look over the middle, caught. There's no chance. Let's try it anyway. There's a will, there's a way. And there was no will over it. But we will be able to get it back at half. I don't want to fumble. I really want these points, because this could be what gets us a win. Because every time we're in a position like this where we can take the lead, we find some way to mess it up. So we just need to have no turnovers, and we'll be good. So now on 3rd and 4. Big play here. So it will be a good pass over the middle and a run out 14 yards as they get into field goal range. So he's going to be able, J.P. Riley to Quez Connor. Huge 1st down for the Legends. A throw over the middle caught Ricky Jansen. 12 yards, and he knows to dive, or I will cut him. And a bad screen there by me. Throw to Kamoko Leggett. And if the screen doesn't work the first time, always do it the second. JP Riley got hit there, but luckily didn't drop the ball, as it looks like it will be the same play, but on 4th down, as he'll be able to get a touchdown, his first of his career, as now they have the chance to take the lead by 1 point, and it will be good. Close one, but it was good. And now if they want to win with a score, they gotta get a 2-point conversion. Okay, now on 2nd and 10, 1 minute 16 remaining in the game. A dive by Quez Connor after 14 yards and a huge first down. Now the screen will be able to be caught by Leggett, 6 yards. So they really don't want to give up that ball. Throw over the middle and a dive after 11. And now looking for an out route from the tight end, Quez Connor, as he'll be able to get a 8-yard reception. That was a risky pass for this type of scenario we're in right now. Almost intercepted, but luckily caught. And a dive after 9. Can't be too careful. Throw over the middle caught, and it's heart attack season right now. These play calls are going to get me in so much trouble. 2 seconds on the clock. Touchdown is what we need. Quez Connor! What could be the game winner? I don't trust us in overtime. So 2 point, if we make this play, we get the win. Or it'd be the same play. Catch Quez Connor for the win in week 5. And the only wins we are getting are from non-division undefeated teams. As we are now 2-3. I almost fell, I'm an idiot. But 2-3 as we get our second win. As we will defend Ricky Jansen, since he's not that bad. Let's get that catching up, we really need it right now. As now we will have a bye week. Get some XP, no one's going to level up. Or coach XP, I guess. As that will be all for the video today. We played 4 games, and out of those we went 2-2. Not too bad. 2 wins, 2 losses, 500 on the day, but not on the season. Can we move on and beat New England, Green Bay, and then move on to Minnesota? That is the hope, as we've raised our fan level to 21 and our morale by 1. As that'll be all for the video. I'm your commentator, signing out.